Hello, everybody. Danny here with Nationwide Cruises and Vacations, and I am back once again to talk travel news, travel tips, and travel offers. And today I want to talk about some travel news and give you some travel tips about what happened this past weekend. So let's talk travel news and travel tips. So if you were scheduled to fly basically anywhere south of Tallahassee this past Saturday, what was it, April 2nd, I believe, your flights were probably canceled. If you were scheduled to fly out of Florida and going anywhere, your flights were probably canceled because of this crazy storm that came through Central Florida this past Saturday. Man, what a horrible time for this to happen, especially for those of you that were, you were spring break for the first time in 2 years and flights are canceled. You're not going on vacation. I've even heard of flights going down to the Caribbean that were canceled, and even some flights that were scheduled to come out of some of the southern parts of the Caribbean, some of those southern islands, they had to cancel those because they couldn't get through Central Florida or into Central Florida airports or South Florida airports for that matter. So you guys were stranded in the Caribbean because of this weather. So, wow, what a mess it was. Yes, we had a couple of customers that were affected. And yes, we did tell them you want to fly out the day before, okay? And lesson learned on this, that may not always be the best advice, but you know what? I'm still going to hold to that and say no matter what, these crazy things don't happen all the time. So yes, you definitely want to, especially on a cruise, you want to fly out the day before. You just almost have to, okay? Well, some of you, it didn't quite work out too good for you because the airline said, well, you know what? Yeah, your flight's canceled. We're not going to get you out tonight. Probably not going to get you out on Sunday, the date that your ship is scheduled to leave. And we may not even get you out until Monday. And too bad because, yeah, your ship is already going to be long gone. So what do? So some of you got in your cars and you decided to drive down to get on the ship the next day. But some of you, coming from the Northeast and different places like that, or even the Midwest, you couldn't get in. And that's a hell of a long drive to do for some of you to get into Port Canaveral, to Miami, Tampa, Fort Lauderdale, and those places, because your flights couldn't go because of this crazy weather. Well, let's talk about how to try, and I'm going to say protect yourself when these things happen. Well, first of all, hopefully you had travel insurance. Good grief. I hope no one leaves your home and goes out of the country, whether you're flying to an international destination or you're boarding a ship. I hope that you buy travel insurance, okay? Because there may be things in there to protect you when these crazy things happen. Of course, you want travel insurance, especially for that during travel coverage in case you get sick or injured or something happens while you're traveling, because most insurance companies, they may not cover you once you leave the U.S. So you need travel insurance for many things, okay? But let's talk travel insurance. My God, I hope when you bought that policy and you were offered a travel insurance policy, well, there's no way that your travel advisor, there's no way your personal vacation planner at the cruise lines or wherever, or your travel concierge can go through every single line item that is included in those insurance policies. So it's up to you, the customer, to read that description of coverage and know exactly what is included in that. Some policies, not all of them, but some of them, they even include pet policy. Something happens to your pet and you can't travel. There's coverages for that. Work-related issues. Your boss, he's a jerk and he tells you, no, you can't go on vacation now. You've got to work. Well, read that description of coverage, because it may, just may be or may not be included in there for situations like that. So read that description of coverage and know exactly what is included in it. Make our life so much easier if you would do that. Just know what's included in it. The other thing that you want to do, and this is a tip that I don't think a lot of people do, but I had to tell several people this past Saturday, this is what you need to do. So, flights are canceled. Airlines say, nope, you're not getting out today. You may not get out tomorrow. Go to the airline's app. Go to the airline's website, okay? Pull up your flight. Where it shows canceled, it's not going, it's not delayed, it's just flat out canceled. Screenshot where it shows that, okay? That helps you back up. You want that. The other thing that you want to screenshot is you want to go to whatever weather app you use on your smartphone, okay? Screenshot that alert that shows the bad weather that moved through, because your insurance company, if for some crazy reason you were not able to make it to your cruise and they want all this proof that everything was canceled, there was bad weather, well, you have your flight itinerary that you can show to them. You can, email or print out your confirmation of your flights. You've got that. Now you've got the screenshot showing, yeah, my flight was canceled. And you've also got the screenshot showing the weather alert of what was going on. So have as much backup information that you can possibly have in case your insurance policy does cover you for weather. It's also good to have to send in to the cruise lines and say, look, this is what happened. I could not make it. Will you please make an exception for me? Here's the proof. I have the screenshots. Here was my original flight itinerary. Everything was canceled. Weather was horrible. Keep that information so when you do send it in to the cruise lines and beg for that future cruise credit if you have to beg, or you're filing a claim with the insurance company, and in your insurance policy it does cover for some part of that, you have this information, and you know what? You can hopefully make the best out of what was a really bad situation. Man, I just feel for so many of you that couldn't travel this weekend because of the weather. My God, you were not able to go anywhere for 2 years, and now you're on spring break with your family and you're going, and this just throws everything off. I really hope that this travel tip helped you today. And of course, if you ever want to reach out to us and see if we can possibly help you with your travel plans, whether you're flying to an international destination or you're doing a cruise, whatever, your travel plans, we may or not be able to help you, but we would love to see if we can't possibly help you. And I will include our contact information below in the description of coverage. So check that out. And I would love, love, love to know your comments on this video. And if you feel like this was a good travel tip for you today. Thanks again for joining me, my friends. Bon voyage. And I look forward to seeing you here on the next travel news, travel tips, and travel offer. Have a great day.